Yeah, that's what I've been talking about right here. No doubt.
Future solutions, fencing outdoors. Clip of the day, man. Clip of the day, man. I'm Dave Got. I'm your host. From the East Coast, man. Burn your wrist and toes. Let's go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is episode number 19 of the Future Solutions Fencing Outdoor Clip of the Day podcast. My name is Dave Gatto, and I'm your host. What I want to talk about today, I want to talk about how do we thrive, not just survive, but how do we thrive through an economic depression? How do we actually grow our business through an economic winter? And I want to say that the first thing that we got to focus on is our mindset. All right, look at this as an opportunity, because if you can thrive and survive through an economic depression, you will be able to always thrive in your company. All right, because you're going to go through those challenges, you're going to go through those tough times, you're going to learn to improvise, you're going to dig deep. So look at it as an opportunity to grow as a business owner. The second thing I want to say is stay away from the naysayers. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be business associates, it could be employees, it could be business partners, whoever it might be. Stay away from the doomers and the gloomers, the people that see brimstone and destruction on the horizon, and that's all they talk about. I'm going to tell you right now, I built a moat around myself. I'm not hanging out with those people. I want to hang out with the like-minded people in my industry that are thriving and who have an opportunist mindset, that are proactive and not reactive. I'm going to hang out with those people. The naysayers, I got to go. I'll just cut the conversation short, change the subject, and I'm rolling out. That's just the way it's going to be. So one thing that we could do is we could diversify our products as well. And this brings me all the way back to when COVID happened, when they shut our doors and people started going out of business. I immediately surrounded myself with people who I was strategizing with, saying, hey, how are we going to get a handle on this? Let's make some money through this. Where's the money at? So we diversified our products to where there was a need, and we started selling hand sanitizer. I mean, the next day, we were on the phone with bottling companies, getting bottles shipped to us. We were on the phone with designers, getting labels made with label companies. We had hand sanitizer within 2 days being shipped over from California in 50-gallon drums, and we made a fortune. I don't want to say we made a fortune. We made a lot of sales, though, and we survived. We had lines out the doors, and we sold every single bottle that we made. We might have had some left over. We used it for starting fluid, and it did smell like a brewery in my warehouse, but we diversified our products. Right? The next thing that we could do, guys, is that we can increase our marketing, right? So what's going to happen is a lot of companies are going to start shrinking. They're going to freeze. So they're going to shrink as a company. They're going to shrink as a person. Their minds are going to shrink, everything, and they're going to hide. And they're going to say, okay, we got to winter this big economic winter that's happening. We're just going to hide out until this whole thing's over, and we're going to try to survive. We have a different mindset than that, guys, right? So we know that people are going to reduce their billboards. They're going to reduce their Google AdWords. They're going to reduce their SEO optimization. They're going to reduce their social media campaigns. And we're putting the gas straight to the floor, right? Because we want to get that market share out there. Let's look at 2008, right? In 2008, McDonald's stole most of the market share. Well, they didn't steal it. They earned it. But most of the 85% of the market share they got. Why? Because their competitors, Burger King, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, all those guys, they cut back and said, okay, let's reduce research and development. Let's reduce our ad spend. Let's cut these people out of the picture. Let's just shrink. And McDonald's rolled the dollar menu out. And another example is diversifying their products to suit the needs for the consumers out there, right? They rolled that out and they said, okay, if people are on some tough times, let's roll out this dollar menu. And they were able to get so much of the market share, but just slightly increasing their marketing budget. And they made billions through an economic depression. And I'm going to tell you right now, the most millionaires have been made in economic downturns, depressions, recessions, and long winters. All you got to do is research some of your history. So diversify, focus on marketing. What you could do too is you can improve your internal efficiency in your company, right? Cut the fat out. Cut the fat out. Cut the unnecessary bills out. Get rid of the software that you're not using. Get rid of things that you don't need in there. Lean out from an economical standpoint, but also lean out and cut that fat out. Like if you're in my business, on the production floor, find ways to use your mind to be able to increase efficiency, decrease the amount of steps that are being taken on the production floor, decrease the amount of waste that you have, move things around so that they're closer to where you need them, reorganize, retool, become more efficient, not just with money, but increases with efficiency in your company is another way to increase your net. Plus, another thing that you can do, guys, is you could renegotiate some terms with maybe some of your suppliers, maybe some of your vendors, people that you're dealing with. Maybe renegotiate terms with your utility company. All right. And then the last thing that I want to say is this. Do not wait to be in the middle of the economic depression and then wait to do something. Do not do that. Be proactive. Start doing the stuff now. All right. And I think about this like when I first got into supply, I remember this is bringing me, all this stuff I'm talking about is bringing me back, right? Because I wouldn't be the business owner that I am now and have the level of success that we have now if I didn't start my supply side in some of the hardest times. Because I remember, guys, I spent all my money. I spent all my savings. I even spent my customers' deposits, which was probably illegal. I don't know if that was, but anyways, I did it and I got it all back, so it doesn't matter. I remember I spent all this money and bought forklifts, I bought CNC machines, I bought roller tables, I made cut tables, I bought chop saws, I bought all this stuff to start the manufacture, and then we got shut down, right? So when we were allowed to open back up, the next major thing that happened, which happened very closely, was all of a sudden there was no supplies, right? So I'm seeing people going out of business for lack of supplies. They can't sell jobs. They're giving refunds back to their customers. They don't got the stuff. They can't supply to people that they were supplying. And I seen an opportunity in that, right? I said, hey, if we could get a handle on this supply chain, we can make millions. We can get customers who we normally never would have gotten before. And we can make them our customers. And then when we got them, we can really take care of them and offer them exceptional customer service and keep them. And we worked night and day. I mean, we gridded out every city and every state and called everybody in our industry, anybody that knew anything about fencing, and we did not stop until we nailed down a steady supply. And voila, guess what happened? We had lines out the door. We had people coming from all over the place, right? And they were bringing box trucks, trailers, whatever they could get, the fence. And we had DIY homeowners. That's where we got most of our actual customer base from. And listen, going through these hard times, starting this stuff up through these hard times, I didn't know anything else but to make it through. I didn't know anything else but to make it work. That built the muscle up. When the supply chain returned, when it returned back to normal, we murdered it out there. It's easy. It's easy, guys. So there's opportunity. Always look for the opportunity in this. Don't get scared. Don't back down. I'm telling you right now, we hired more people this year. Our sales are doubled already this year. And we're not stopping. We're buying Moffett trucks. We're interviewing people for CDL positions. We are not shrinking our company. We are going to grow it. And we're going to put the pedal to the floor because you know what? Fear will knock you down and keep you down. I remember, thinking about this as well. I'm going back to my sales days, right? And so whenever our sales, like as a team and as a crew, whenever we started falling off, right, we were doing door-to-door sales traveling around the United States, which is a hard sale, by the way. Some of you might have done it, and you probably already know what I'm talking about. But when we would start to fall off, our numbers would fall off as a company, they would bring us out to Las Vegas to train. Right? That's where the company was based. The company was based out of Las Vegas. And they would bring us in some of the really hard neighborhoods in Las Vegas, and we would sell there for the next 3, 4, 5 months. Right? So in Las Vegas, in the communities that we were selling in, it was you had to work your way to even be able to get to the front door in a lot of these places, okay? Because there was a gate out there with a speaker on there, and we had to talk to the speaker to get the gate open, then to go to the door to talk. So I'm saying, man, I said, we can't even knock on the doors out here. I said, how the heck are we supposed to sell something? A couple days went by, week went by, I started starving. I got a plan together. Believe me, I became creative in there, right? I mean, I started doing all kinds of things. I started ringing these buzzards on these gates, and, people are like, hey, can I help you? There's a camera on there. I'm like, yeah, man, listen, I'll take a Big Mac, extra cheese, extra pickles. I'll take a large order of fries, a Coke. Wait a second, you got chocolate shakes? I would just start coming up with stuff and making these people laugh. And I'd say, hey, man, I'm just kidding, man. I'm in a contest here. I'm winning this contest. I'd like to show you some stuff that I got that can help me win this contest for sure, right? And I'd get that gate open, and I'd find a way in there, and I'd find a way to elevate those people at the door and get them to like me and buy my stuff. And none of them wanted this stuff, guys. They bought it because they wanted to help me out, right? They liked my person. They wanted to help me. I sold myself out there, right? So I look at it all as opportunity, guys. So don't be scared through this thing. Don't wait till the last second. Start prepping now and start thinking of ways that you can diversify and that you can stomp the market out there and get a bigger piece of that pie, get a bigger piece of that market share. That's all I got for today, guys. I hope this episode helped you out. If you like this episode, share it, like it, and please subscribe to it.
That's what I've been talking about right here. No doubt.
Future solutions, fencing outdoors. Clip of the day, man. I'm Dave God. I'm your host from the East Coast, man. Burn your toast. Let's go.